And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia Tech's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Yellow Jackets head it quickly to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
With the catch, it's Wheeler. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Yellow Jackets are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off. Giving him his pads. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a 1st down play. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. The running back has it. Nifty little dance step. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll let one go down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid, at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in a hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Touchdown, Topper. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. To the air, it's Rudolph. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The give to the back. And he's dragged down. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. tackles and throws off the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gapped.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Headed to the end zone. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, WKU. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Brings up second down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Now on 1st down from the 43. They're going to ride this running back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd down, going up top. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say?
And it's picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Wheeler. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now on second down.
42 Spider.
Leaves it with the running back.
Let's go.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets a block, and the returner goes down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. Got it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Georgia Tech, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw. It's Rudolph. Unloads to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. It's complete, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver's able...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Topper!
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, Georgia Tech, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got it behind the line. It's Wheeler. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Finds his tight end. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Stewart. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete on the right side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And the Hilltoppers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, WKU! These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Georgia Tech, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Rudolph. Feeling some heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. On the ground, it's Wheeler. Sweet feet on the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. Man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wheeler. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. On target. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Ready to fire from the pistol. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers get...
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of his fundamentals.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one that takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Tucker. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Hilltopper. And the route is on.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Looking for a man. It's Tucker. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
It's a draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
That's reeled in. It's Chambers. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. First down here for the offense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist... set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab. And he got it right to the doorstep before he was knocked out of bounds at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Topper! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense.
A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, WKU! And the punishment has been extended. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
77, Georgia Tech, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40.
Neutrals on your side. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Looking downfield, it's Tucker. They're bringing heat. Makes his connection. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It is good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The hand to the running back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets him out for the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And the Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. They'll leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries again to get it in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Tucker. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Walker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Split backs here. The aerial assault continues. Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that are going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game and take the W into the locker room.
The Hilltoppers want to move quickly. He's going to take off. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Throws for the tight end.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
They'll throw it on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. The wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete to the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
In this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation